Hello and welcome to Carly Talks Music. This is a weekly video blog where usually I choose a song and talk about it that week, but sometimes it varies, and I also did a full set of videos about my trip to Austria, if you wanted to check those out too. So for this week's video I wanted to talk about a song called Youth. Technically it's by Foxes, but I want to talk about the Adventure Club remix. I want to talk about the Adventure Club remix because this past weekend I went to a music festival in Houston called Something Wicked, and I'd wanted to see Adventure Club because I heard about them and heard that they had done some, or I knew that, I had listened to a song that they had done with Cruella, which I already really liked Cruella, so I was like, Adventure Club. So I went to see them at Something Wicked, and it was a great time, so I wanted to talk about one of their songs today. Don't forget that I also put a link to the videos on YouTube in the little info box below the video, and so for this video there's a link to the original song, Youth, by Foxes, as well as the Adventure Club remix, which I'm going to talk about right now. So what I really enjoy about remixes is you find out what part of the song is more or less important to the artist. And for me, I feel like this remix of Youth, the lyrics that Adventure Club chose really to use were "Don't bring me down" and "Don't tell me our youth is running out." And I feel like that, maybe I really like that song because at the festival I just really felt that vibe. I mean, I know I'm young, I still have lots of things to do and experiences to have, but sometimes I wonder, since I've finished college, part of me feels like my youth is like, a lot of it's behind me, which it is a little weird. Okay. So I guess I really connect with the song because of those specific lyrics that they chose to use in the song. The beginning starts out with just some simple piano chords with the lyrics, and they do some effects and delays and things like that. Some cool effects to make the vocals sound really neat and have a cool rhythm to them. What I also like about this song is that the effects aren't totally like in your face all the time. Some people might consider this mix a dubstep remix, but for me, I wouldn't go as far as calling it dubstep. It is more like of the harder EDM style, but to me, I feel like dubstep is stuff that doesn't really have a pitch or like any sort of like harmonic contribution to the song. I feel like a lot of dubstep is very rhythmically oriented, and in this Adventure Club mix, a lot of it is more harmonic and melodic and, of course, rhythmic. I mean, what is EDM without amazing rhythm? Yeah. So what I like is that the effects that they use that are considered maybe harder aren't totally in your face. They aren't making the vocals seem like they're not there for the entire time. There are some great chords in the background that you can hear that just have these waves of sound that, again, aren't overpowering in the song. Maybe I like them so much because they really get their levels right. They know what needs to be important at what point in the song and what doesn't. It's great. And their transitions, I feel like, weren't really repetitive, which is nice because that's another aspect of music being a journey. If you're always if you're always using the same transition for a song, it feels more like you're running around a track. Whereas if transitions are different every time, it's kind of like you're going on a hike through a forest. And that just seems more interesting to me than running around a track a million zillion times. Or 3 or 4, depending on how many transitions there are. One of my favorite parts about this song is the build. One of the big builds. Builds. B-U-I-L-D-S. I don't think I'm saying bills like duck bills or something like that. I don't know why you would think that, but just in case. Builds with a D. I like there's this one part where there's a heavy downbeat. It's just like boom, boom, boom. And like I said, it's none of their effects are like overly heavy, but it gets you going. And then the beats are double timed, and then you get to where you need to go in the song. And that's probably my favorite part, because then there's just, like I was talking about before, with the waves of sound and the lyrics. And of course, Foxes has an amazing voice. That, oh, I want her voice. Thank you guys so much for watching.